This is Dr. Tim Liptrap. I am videotaping my best practices for my GAs, TAs, and my fellow faculty members who are in the Canvas course system and who are writing reading quizzes for our students. What you may see in front of you is a traditional reading quiz that we have developed. It doesn't have to be reading. It could be a final exam. It could be any type of quiz that you're asking for in Canvas. As you can see, we have built this, and this is true, false, multiple choice questions. It's very standard. I went through some of my materials in a section called 8.1 for one of my upcoming reading quizzes. Let me tell you about my quiz. My quiz is going to be inside my entrepreneurship class. It's going to be my week 4 reading quiz. It is based upon materials, some from the textbook, some from readings, some from videos that the students have to watch. What I want to do is I want to create a week 4 reading quiz, but it's going to draw from multiple test banks. So today, I'm going to show you my best practices through the use of AI, what has worked for me. Let's go back to here. Here is the quiz that we have. I want to take this quiz and I want to build it into something called the qti.zip file. Why do I say that? Because when I am in the settings of my course, in my importing of course content, this is one of the packages I could use as a qti.zip file, primarily used, from how I understand it, for quiz questions and quiz banks upload. What I did was I started it with a fresh palette in ChatGPT, said I'd like to start new, and it does. It gives me a new chat. I tell it what I want to do is that I want to use it for Canvas LMS. I'd like to create it into a test bank. I just tell it that. And so what it does is start giving me some ideas and some questions. And I said, nope, essentially, here is the material or the quiz questions that I have. But what I did was I copied and pasted these. I could have uploaded them as a file, but I just copied and pasted them into here. Then what it does is ChatGPT then says, well, maybe you should be using Respondus. It's a style formatting for this. I don't have Respondus. It is a separate software package. I want to use my ChatGPT. Now, mind you, I have a $20 a month Pro edition, just the next version up from free. What I did was I went back and said, create me this QTI file, but I took a screenshot of my import space. I took a screenshot of this and said, make it fit into this, as you'll see this in just a second. It spent about 6 or 7 minutes thinking, and then it built me the reading quiz as a QTI file. And then it gives me some instructions. What I did here was I downloaded the QTI. And then that ended up right up in the top of my downloads. Then from here, I'm going to load it into my quiz bank or my quiz question. So I'm right here. It is going to my qti.zip file. I'm going to load it in just like I would anything else. This is through best practices. Now, you can use Gemini, you can use Claude, you can use Microsoft Copilot, but I must tell you, from my best practices, using ChatGPT works the best for this thing. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, create a new test bank, and I'm going to do, so this is in particular, Chapter 8, Section 0.1. I'm going to label it EPS, just so I know what it is. Add it to the import queue, and it hops into the import queue, and then it's queued, and it will be completed in just a moment. So as the process is going, it's going to do 2 things for us, and I want to explain each one so that you know where I stand and what I find is my best practice. I'm going to go back to my quiz files. And now what you will see is that there is, by default, it puts this into 2 different locations. The first one is it created a section 8.1 reading quiz. That's not specifically what I'm looking for. And then if I go over to my question banks, it has put it into a question bank for me. Okay. I would like it to remain in the question bank because I would like to draw off of it for my quiz. Let me explain. In a quiz, this particular quiz, what it has done is it's given me 20 questions. All good. It's the same questions I put up. But if I leave it in this particular format, it's going to give the student all 20 questions. I would like to add section 8.2, section 8.3, section 8.4, etc. And I am not interested in giving them just 20 questions from this. This quiz, to me, at this moment in time, has become irrelevant. So I am going to delete it. I'm going to start all over again. I am now coming back into my quiz bank or my quizzes. I am going to go week 4, so it stays within my labeling scheme. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this a reading quiz. This is where it gets very important for us to do in our classes. Here's the question bank. I just click the button from detail to questions, and I'm going to create a new question group. So this group is going to be called section 8.1. Out of those 20 questions, I would like to pick 5. Pick 5 questions, and they're going to be worth 4 points apiece. Now what we do is we link to the question bank. I need to go find this question bank. Now I have a lot of question banks out here, so this is where you're going to need to find it, and this is where you have to label it. You can see my other ones. So I'm just going to go through here, and I'm going to find my question bank. There it is, section 8.1. Select the bank. Now you might have a better scheme of labeling it. Perfect. Use yours instead of mine. But this is the important button here, create group. Now what's going to happen, it's going to pick 5 questions at 4 points apiece from this reading bank. And then you'll see right underneath when we're done, section 8.2, section 8.3, section 8.4, and we're going to pick 20 questions total for this particular reading quiz. Using ChatGPT, it, from my experience, has worked far better than Google Gemini, Claude, Microsoft. Sometimes you're going to have to go back and tell it that it has made a mistake. So if it does not work for you on your first download, don't be afraid to go back and tell it it's not working. Give it the error, and ChatGPT will automatically fix it and give you the best next version. All right. If you have questions, please reach out. Thank you very much. Have a great day.